Hello, this is SJ Talks and Life coming back at you with another video. If you're new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, please, and thank you. It's cuffing season. It's cuffing season, guys. Got time for me to do. It's getting ready to get really cold. Winter time's coming up. And ladies, think it's time for me to revisit that topic. I've done it before around this time last year. It's time for me to revisit that topic again. It's cuffing season, and now we're in a housing crisis right now. Housing prices have skyrocketed, and so a lot of people are having a hard time securing affordable housing. And food prices and everything is rocketing, and everything is done got real out here. It really done got real out here. Things are really, the economy has gotten really bad. It's only going to be two classes. This is another video, but it's only going to be two classes. It's going to be low class and high class, upper class. That's it. There ain't going to be no more middle class. Middle class is going to be history. It ain't going to be no such thing as no middle class. It's either you're going to be low class or you're going to be high class, which is rich or wealthy. That's right, because it's heading toward that direction. It's like it's to the point that where if you're middle class people are struggling. Anywho, that's a whole nother topic. But it's housing costs and everything. Housing. We're in a housing crisis right now. A lot of people are gonna be looking to sack up. There's men out there that's gonna be looking to sack up. And if you're a single mother and you have kids, single mothers with children is really either single mothers with children or older women, I think are going to be the main targets. Single women too, with no kids, but they a lot of times they look for women that have children because they know that with children are going to be in a house, apartment, whatever. So just ladies, just be on your guard. Just be careful. These guys are going to try to say and do anything to try to get into your house, to get into you. Don't let them into you, and don't let them into your house. I heard it. This guy wrote a book called Homosexual. I was in a blog where they were talking about it on Facebook, and I went and read an excerpt from the book. It's called Homosexual something. I think it's written by a black man, and I read an excerpt from the book, and he had a story in there where this woman was a nurse. I'm trying to make a long story short. This woman was a nurse. This guy was in prison, and he got out of prison. And of course, she didn't know that. I think she knew he was in prison, but he was on a down low. He had a guy in prison that he was messing with, and he had HIV. He was on a down low, but the woman didn't know it. And he met this nurse, and he moved in with this nurse. I think he stayed with his mom or sister or somebody I think it was his sister, for a while until she got tired of him, and he left her sister's house and he took up with this nurse, and he moved in with her, put it on her real good and everything, how they do. And he moved in with the nurse, and she didn't know that he had a man in prison, but she didn't know that. And he was on the down low, and he had HIV, and she contracted HIV from him. He gave her HIV, and it was terrible. It was just horrible. It was a horrible story. She wound up passing away. I mean, it was a horrible story. I mean, after I got done reading it, I was almost in tears. It was a horrible story. This woman was really doing good for herself and everything, and this guy came in and he just completely just destroyed her life. It just completely destroyed her life. He not only used her and took advantage of her, but he gave her a deadly disease. So ladies, just particularly black women, because the HIV rates are really high with us, please be careful, ladies. Please be careful. All ladies across the board. But sisters, really be careful out there, because these guys are really crafty. If he should not be looking for a woman, if he don't have no place to stay or nothing like that, he need to be trying to get himself together before he even looks for a mate. Before he even looks for somebody, he needs to be focusing on getting himself together. And they have shelters out here and everything. You can't be feeling sorry for people, because I almost got, I told that story in another video. I almost got violated because I felt sorry for a guy and I let him come to my house. I'll probably try to find that video and link it up to this one. I'm not really trying to go into that whole story again, but yes, but to make a long story short, this was years ago when my oldest son was young. I almost got violated because, I felt sorry for this guy, and I picked up, I didn't follow my instincts, but I was picking up all kind of, this guy had a bad spirit, because I couldn't even stand him touching me. He had a bad spirit. And he had been in prison before, and I had went to feeling sorry for him and everything, and yeah. But anyway, I'm gonna link that video up to this one. But so be careful, ladies. Be careful. Don't be feeling sorry for people. Don't be feeling sorry for guys. They don't go fall for falling for their little sob stories and feeling sorry for them and everything like that. You only think, sometimes the best thing you can do for people is just pray for them and just tell them, hey brother, I'm sorry about your luck. I'll keep you in my prayers. I will keep you in my prayers. And that's all you can do. And sometimes that's the best thing you can do for people, is just pray for them. And don't be letting them into your house. Don't be so lonely to the point, women get so lonely and everything. Oh, I want somebody to hold me and all this. Get you one of them big old teddy bears and hold that. Get you one of them great big old huge teddy bears that they sell at around Valentine's. Them great big old huge teddy bears. Get you one of them and hug up to that. Snuggle up to that. There you go. You don't need no man. You don't need no man, ladies. You don't need no homosexual. You don't need a homosexual. You don't need somebody that's going to come into your house, because any man that's about something, he's not going to be trying to look up to sack up on a woman. Any man that is about something, and he is about something, and he's a real man, that's the last thing he's going to want to do is sack up on you. He's going to have his own. He's going to have his own place. And that's what you want to look for. Not saying that you got to look for somebody that's, got a whole lot of money. He doesn't have to be a millionaire, or, but just look for somebody that can hold his own. At least hook up with somebody that can hold his own. And if he doesn't have it together, he shouldn't be looking for no woman. He shouldn't be looking for no woman. He shouldn't be looking for no wife. He should be trying to focus on getting up on his feet and getting himself together. Okay? Not be looking to sack up at your house. Because there's too many women that fall into that trap. There's too many women that fall into that trap. They take on some guy, and they just because out of loneliness. And older women, it's not just the younger women, it's the older women that can fall for that too. I've heard horror stories of women, falling for these scammers overseas, and they wind up sending them a bunch of money, and because out of loneliness, because the guys, I'm telling you, some of these scam artists can smell that. They can smell vulnerability, and they can smell loneliness and everything. And I mean, they can pick up on that. If you thirsty and you desperate or whatever, they can pick up on that. Guys can pick up on that. So it's important to not, be so lonely and to the point to where you just willing to just take up with anybody. You know, you don't want somebody that you gotta take care of. You don't want somebody that's you gotta help him get up on his feet, because he's supposed to be trying to do that for himself. You know, because a lot of times these women, they get with these guys, they take these guys in, and they wind up being on the losing end. You know, they wind up getting used and taken advantage of. Particularly if you're a mother and you have children, well, your resources should be going to your children. That's one thing I didn't never do. That's one thing I didn't do when I was raising my kids. I didn't let some guy move in and sack up and no. First of all, I didn't believe in shacking up, you know. Second of all, you can't come up in my house unless you're going to be contributing to the household. Unless you're going to contribute something to the household, I'm sorry about your luck. Because I had it hard enough trying to take care of my kids. What I look like having some man move in and I got to take care of him too. No, absolutely not. And if they ain't got no place to stay or whatever like that, direct them to the nearest shelter and say, I pray for you. I wish you the best, and keep it moving. Keep it moving. You know, that's not being cold-hearted. That's protecting yourself, ladies. You're protecting yourself. That's what you're doing. And one thing about it, you don't need no help doing bad. I always tell the young ladies, you don't need no help doing bad. You can do bad by yourself. You don't need no help doing bad. As I always say, I don't need no help doing bad. What I need help doing bad for? I don't need no help doing bad. Okay? So, you know, it don't make no sense. You know, you giving up your resources and stuff. He eating up your food and taking it, you know. What's he got to offer besides his Johnson? Besides his Johnson, he ain't got nothing to offer besides his Johnson. Okay, and don't fall for that, ladies. Don't fall for that. You know, sex is not everything. And some of these women that, you know, they want that companionship. And I understand that. And that's natural to want companionship. But you got to be patient. And you got to make, you can't be so lonely to the point to where you're not making wise decisions. You know, you got to make wise decisions. That's why it's so important for single women to be secure in themselves and be comfortable in their singleness, to be secure in their singleness. And don't be so lonely to the point to where you're just willing to, because guys, I'm telling you, these users, manipulators, they can smell that on women. They can pick it up on you. They can pick it up. And don't let them in. Don't let them into your house. I'm telling you, they looking for that. They're opportunists. Don't let them in. I've been getting more attention. I've been driving another car, my son's car. And boy, I'm telling you, I've been getting more attention since I've been driving this car. They've been looking. Guys been looking. I mean, and I say, and turn around and keep on moving. Because they look at me, and it's a fairly nice car, and they think I got a little coin. See, they think I got some coin. So, see, that's what I'm saying. That these guys are looking. I'm telling you that they're looking for that. They're looking for women that got something, that got a little something going on. They're looking for that. And don't fall for it, ladies. Don't fall. It's cuffing season. It's starting to get cold. You're looking for a warm place to sack up, a warm body to get into. Don't let them into you, and don't let them into your house. Because you know your worth. Know your worth. Know that you deserve the best. Know that you deserve the best. Okay? Know that you are worthy of the best. And don't fall for the okie doke. Okay, hit that like, subscribe, and share, and notification bell. Till the next video, be blessed.